Hello, 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 family. Welcome back to the Dr. Eric K. Coleman Show. This is a very special edition. I have my brothers here, my older brothers, Marcus and Robert. Before we jump into the conversation for today for this special edition of the Dr. Eric K. Coleman Show for Mother's Day in the month of May, I want you to please perform the original housekeeping items of the day. If you have not, please, ma'am and sir, subscribe to this channel so that you will be up to date and abreast to all content pertaining to this platform. With that being said, I want to go ahead and introduce you to my special guest for today. I have here my older brothers, Marcus, and I have my oldest brother, Robert. They're back at home in Mississippi while I'm here in Virginia, and I'm just really blessed and honored that I have the opportunity to share this platform with them as we come to you all to talk more about this thing called relationships paradigm, as it stems from my book, Paradigm: Thinking Differently About Relationships. So for the purpose of today's conversation, we are going to be talking about the importance of mothers in society. As we know, as we will talk about next month in June, the importance of the male figure in society and how he shapes and he guides and coaches, mentors, trains, and develops. But we want to talk about that nurturing component when it comes to the life bearers, the life givers in our society today, and that being the distinct honor of women that we have in this world. So I want to go ahead and open up the conversation today with the very first question, and either one of you can jump in to answer the question. What is your definition of a mother? Let's start there before we jump into any memories or practical examples, but you guys' definition, what is it to be a mother? We can just start with Marcus if you want to go first. You know, what is your definition of a mother?
Number one, someone who recognizes that they have children, someone who takes care of their children physiologically, meaning giving validation, showing them that they're important, showing them that they're valuable in life, not making them feel like they're a burden because you did have them.
Yeah.
Obviously someone who takes care of them, someone who raises them, and not just taken care of. What I mean by raise is someone that you would want to grow up to be, I guess, if not an emulation of you, someone who is better, or that you can raise to be better than you, but also have your positive traits. Someone who takes time for their kids, someone who just shows appreciation to their kids, to just, like I said, just let them know they're important. They're somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
That's good. That's good. Robert, you want to jump on that?
Yeah, I could say a nurturer. Person, that's a let's explain it from my point of view. For real, I'm gonna say from my point of view as I'm gonna say, I can't speak from another person's point of view because their mother might be different. From my end, a nurturer, a person that provides no matter what, a loving person, a person that's a leader. At the end of the day, someone that I would be there, have your back no matter what. That's a woman that knows her value and
nice.
They try to, yeah.
Can I step in?
Yeah, please go ahead. That's
as he said, a woman who knows her value and also knows her role in her child's life. Meaning, and it's funny that you're asking us about a mother, because that's equivalent of saying, asking a woman, what is to be a real man? I mean, there's only so much we can say.
Yeah.
Because we're not mothers, we're not females. But for a woman, or for a mother to know her role, meaning she can't be a father.
Absolutely.
She can't play the role of a father. She can't be a father figure. And not even try to be. Know your role, know your position, and play that to the fullest that you can and accept it. Because if you're trying to play dual roles, I think that can kind of confuse the child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and to that point, the attributes that y'all were talking about, what signifies a mother, I think the crux of that was they understand their role. They what people are saying nowadays, they understand the assignment of what they're supposed to do. And that's a very big difference between, you know, we talk about a mother versus someone who has just given birth to an offspring. Even when we talk about from the most primal state, any female animal can give birth, but does it make it a mother? And so I think, and now and me and Marcus was talking about earlier, you know, before the recording, a lot of weightiness and heaviness is placed on the man in society to step up, do what you're supposed to do, and take care and provide and protect. But that same level of responsibility is rarely put on the woman to be the nurturer that she's supposed to be. And if she's not the nurturer, then there's got to be an excuse or a reason to where she's not performing that role, and the personal responsibility and the ownage is not on the woman, is always on somebody else. So you know, thank you for sharing those points, because that's really strong, the personal accountability. Anything you want to add to that before we move to the next question?
No, you good.
Okay. How has the mentoring, nurturing, the cultivation of the women in our family contributed to how we show up in our relationships today with women, and how we honor or respond to the women that's in our lives today? And I can start the conversation off with there. I would say that it was very difficult for me learning how to be the man in a relationship, because of the examples that we saw growing up. We had no good model of that. So understanding what Marcus was saying, understanding those significant roles of what a man is supposed to do, what is a woman supposed to do, how the man is supposed to love on the woman, and how the woman is supposed to respect the man. I went through life gleaning from other cats that I thought were doing it right, and I'm piecemealing all this stuff together. But yeah, having that core context of how to operate in a relationship, I severely struggled with that. And in some shape, form, or fashion, still struggle with that today, of trying to get this thing right on a daily basis. But thank God for his grace and mercy. But you know, what do y'all have to, you know, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback out there, man. I do understand what you're saying about that, as far as how we were reared up, but also I see too the way we're reared up. I feel I'm talking about my mother. She showed a lot of different things, like the things that a woman wants, that don't want a relationship. How to pepper a woman, how to cater to their needs, all type of things. So I seen her growing up. I mean, we growing up, seeing her, the thing that she yearned for, the thing she had. It taught us a lot of things. I guess it taught us how to be closer to a woman. Like, if you just around your mother a lot, she's showing you things, teaching you things, the right for wrong. Like, she can't tell her everything right for wrong, like I said, because she's a woman, not a man.
Yeah.
But things from a woman perspective, I learned. I know how to treat my woman better now. My wife better now, like, because of things I've seen from my mother. You know, she taught her how to cook and clean.
Absolutely.
Like real, like stuff right now. Like, my wife asked me right now, she's like, "Why you so good?" I like, it come from my mother. Like, no, our Bible classes on Wednesdays, so like that. Like, I try to incorporate it in our lives now, like reading the Bible or learning a certain thing like that. So I think a lot of things that mother showed us, even not having a father figure around, she did a great job. Great job.
And I totally agree with you on that one, sir. She did the best she could with what she had, and it's a testament to us just three sitting here right now. We still here. And so that shows how much strength, tenacity and determination that she had. And to your point, Nikki, she would tell anybody any day of the week, I'll make a better house husband than she would make a housewife. I distinctly remember, what is it, the chore chart that was on the refrigerator?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like it comes to simple thing like me scratching my lady's scalp. She's sick. She's sick. I'm taking care of her. Like things like going to the gas station for her when she need some gas in her car. Like stuff like that. I learned not from a man, but I learned from a woman, because I think things a woman expected in life. You know what I'm saying? So she did a lot. I go back.
Hey, let me ask you something. That's Robert. Do you wear the skirt too?
That do what?
I said, do you wear the skirt too?
Yeah, when we get out here, I got some words for you.
Y'all stay tuned for the after show.
Pull your blouse up, young man. Pull your blouse up.
Hey, y'all, this is what you get when you get us. These are my brothers. I love them dearly.
But no, I agree with what both y'all said, especially the being domestic, the cooking and cleaning and being able to take care of yourself. The most important thing I would say, if she taught us nothing else, she brought about our spiritual side and our walk with God.
Yes, sir.
So regardless of whatever else, good and or bad, that's the foundation. So as long as we have the foundation straight, everything else can be worked on and fixed.
Amen, Doc. To that point, that was that's something that I always drive home to my boys. It'll be cool if I can leave you money, property, all that kind of stuff. But the number one legacy that I can leave on this earth and that I will feel good about when I stand before God is I presented Christ to you. And so you are absolutely right with that. She did that. Did it very well.
Yeah.
What is one of the fondest memories you got about Mama?
So many, man.
I'll start off. Even like birthdays, even when she didn't quote unquote have the money, she always made it special. Whether she would, I remember distinctly one birthday at what was it?
Sykes.
Yeah. I think the one at Sykes, to where she always made us dress up to go to school, in the matching outfits. Not the birthday.
Wait. You talking about elementary? How far back you going? That one
it was middle school too. At Sykes.
We was in high school at Sykes, bro.
We was in middle school at Sykes.
At Sykes,
y'all was twins, bro. Y'all was twins. You both wear the same outfits.
Not in high school.
The moral of the story is she always made sure that those days were special. And I really cherished that. Even Christmas and whatnot, she always made sure that it was more than enough to just, make us feel special on them days. So that always sticks in my mind.
I agree with that. But if we were like T and Tamara, meaning if we were identical twins, I could see us dressing alike.
Bro, I'm gonna need you to move past that.
Bro, it'd be cool for y'all right now. Y'all dress like right now. You don't think that'd be cool? Okay. It doesn't me. Maybe that's me, bro. All right, I'll tell you a moment though, for real, with Mama. I remember one of New York Knicks starter coat, and Mama went out her way to get it. And the next year, I wanted to wear it, and I went to the closet to get it. It was cold outside. I went to the closet to get it, and I didn't have it no more. And I was like, "Mom, what you do my coat?" And she actually gave it to one of her friends, cheer child, that needed it. And I was upset at the moment, but I realized after that, like, she went and bought me another jacket right after that. And I realized then, like, the giving part. And Mama always been a giver no matter what. And the fact that she was teaching me at that moment, like, this materialistic right now, do you really need this? Like, it's more of, like, keeping this child warm or whatever it was at the moment. So she took from me to give somebody. So it was a learning experience for me back then. She taught me something at a young age. I
That's
feel like
what's up.
13 or 14.
That's what's up.
Mine's, I guess it's gonna seem kind of different, whatever, but you know, my favorite food is spaghetti. So mama pretty much made it was a thing between her making spaghetti or chili or Salisbury steak every week. And so the spaghetti was really got me, but I was also a video game person. Every Friday, I used to actually go to either Blockbuster Video or Hollywood Video. I used to say to get a tape, a video game. And so most Fridays, especially when she got paid, you know, she may yell and say, Marcus, no, you don't need this or that. But I used to get nervous because she used to pass by where we lived at and keep going to like Blockbuster Video. And they used to incite me every other Friday to give me a game for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that. So
yeah,
that's my fun. Yeah.
I remember that.
I do too. I remember that. When we talk about relationships, what was some of the characteristics or traits from mama that you looked for when you were picking your spouse or whenever you're dating? Is there anything that pops into your mind that would reminisce, well, I want a woman that does X, Y, and Z like mama taught me or showed me, or something that she exhibited or reflected?
I'll go first. Let me go first.
Okay, go ahead.
And to be honest with you, no, I didn't. I never really looked for anyone that had any traits like mom, and I don't mean it in a negative way. I think at that particular time in my life, especially when I got married, I don't think I was even looking for anything. It was just a rush thing. I know I wanted somebody that I was attracted to. And honestly, I think at that time, the person that I got with, I think mentally, they were in the same place I was at. So it had nothing really to do with what am I seeking, you know, as far as like how my mom was. No, it wasn't anything like that. Maybe I should have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my answer would probably be different than y'all's, but no, I can't say that when I was looking for a relationship then, I was looking for certain features. Now, if you would have asked me that now, then yeah, there'll be a few things. But at that point, no, I wasn't looking.
That's honest. That's fair. I appreciate that.
Man, I'll say no. I didn't look for and I didn't see. I didn't feel like no woman can amount to my mother anyway, because she told me different. I was a different kind of love anyway.
Yeah.
And anyone we met that didn't do the same. Like, okay, say mama worked 7 to 7. If I look at a woman and she worked 4 hours a day, I'm looking like, oh, you lazy. My mama didn't do it.
Like, you lazy.
Yeah, but I can't knock that one for her life, different my mama. So I can't look at my mother's life and look at another woman's life and say, oh, I want the same characteristics, because you forever fail, because this is my mother. Like, you never do the same thing my mother. Even if you cook something, you cook better than my mama. I'm not gonna say you cook better than my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because mama cook, but she cook with love. She cook with love. So
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't compare it all. Like, I couldn't.
Or the spaghetti with the barbecue sauce in it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you do that right now, what you doing? Like my mama cooked the barbecue. Now you like, oh, you can't cook spaghetti because you ain't like my mama. So I can never compare. You can never compare the two. So you have to, like, you know, just pick somebody, Jim. Like, if your mother, my mama showed us like God first on everything. Work ethic after that, and be respectful to people like that. So they'll look characteristics right there, like you find in a woman.
I think the major thing that I was looking for was somebody who was caring, like mama was. That was my major thing. I need somebody who cared about other people other than themselves. Because I've ran into a lot of women who it was just all about them. You know, what can the man bring to the table to bring me up in my life, as opposed to, you know, I'm not going to do wifely stuff unless you do X, Y, and Z, but I want you already to come prepared to be doing husband stuff straight out the gate. You know, so that was the thing that I looked for. Do you care about other people other than yourself? And that's what mama showed when she was always, you know, taking care of us, literally taking care of the rest of the family, always taking food over to Tyrone and them, and just
Shout out my Uncle
Elder
Tyrone.
and them, all this stuff, huh?
I was just saying, shout out to our Uncle Tyrone.
It just showed the heart that she had, no matter how tired she was. I just want to make sure that everybody is straight, no matter what.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Since this is about mothers, and both of you all are married, and your wives are mothers. Happy Mother's Day. You said you wanted somebody who cared. That's what you were looking for. At what point did both of y'all realize that the women that you all are married to was the one? Like Eric, when did you realize that Nikki was the one that made you realize, okay, she really cares? Was there a particular moment that happened that made it just click for you? Like, okay, she's it.
In all honesty, and me and her, we talk about this to this day whenever we are, talking or mentoring, other couples or whatever. When we got together, we knew we wanted to be together, but we weren't in love with one another. That thing that didn't just go off, that there was no moment that I can call back to say, okay, she is the one. I just knew that there were just characteristics about her that I could rock with. It wasn't no red flag straight up to say that, okay, I need to keep it moving. No, it was, she was hardworking. She had Miles. He was 3 years old at the time. She was doing what she had to do, and I saw that work ethic, what you was talking about, DeJuan, the work ethic in her to make sure that she was about her business, to make sure that she took care of her child. And so that's what I was. She just wasn't looking for a handout to somebody just come in and take over. It's, once you find somebody that's willing to take charge, then she was willing to take that step back and say, okay, there's a man here who's willing to do X, Y, and Z. Now I can act in my feminine role. I don't have to do both roles. And that was what really nailed it for me when I saw that she was willing to take on her feminine and nurturing role and let me be the one that I needed to be in the relationship. That's what sealed the deal for me.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
I can't pinpoint one thing though. I can just go back to this. I think the first thing I really seen was her apologizing. The first one I ever been with. Ever been with in life that, no, for real. First one I ever been with in life that apologized for something that we talked it through. I guess like that. I haven't been with too many women in my life that I like. That's really, they want a man like before being a man, they want to cater to them, or if they wrong, they still want us to apologize to them, or like one would be feel like they needed and stuff like that though. So she apologized to me about something that she should have, but she did. But we talked it through though. She listened, I listened. We talked like we listened to, like she I don't know how to explain it really, but she talked to me about some things that I needed to hear from myself.
Yeah,
she talked about myself, and then she apologized for things that she really did off there. So like that day, then I knew then like, okay, well, this is the one for me. Like it's totally different than anybody that I've been with.
So she talked to you and not at you, really.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, that's what's up.
She listened. Okay. She listened to what I had to say as well, and then she told me she has told me about myself though. Many people want to tell me about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the apologizing is a big one because a lot of women, even though they know they're wrong, they can kind of flip it and spin it.
Yep.
Well, if you did this or that, so I understand that's a big one. The fact that
like they, we get that type of stuff from where our mother.
Yeah. Yep. And so the last question I got, is there a message or something that you want to say if Mama was watching this right now? Is there something that you would want to say to her that you've never told her before? I'll start us off. Mama, I want to be able to be there to champion and to walk through stuff with you because you have done so much for me in my life. I want you to be at ease for other people to help and hold you up and to love you. So thank you for everything that you have ever done for me, that you're continuing to do, for constantly lifting me up in prayer, me and my family, the scriptures that you send every day and all that. I just want to let you know that I honor you, I cherish you, I love you. And until the day we're no longer here on this earth, I just want us to continue to grow together. Thank you, and I love you, and happy Mother's Day.
Kiki.
Kiki is Eric.
I thought he was. What were y'all, Kendra and Terry?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, Eric's Kendra.
I thought I was
Oh,
Ewok J Sox.
My bad. I don't know what y'all was. Okay, go ahead, Mark.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Am I talking to Mama right now or just talking?
Yeah. You talking to her right now, homie.
Oh, well, I tell Mama this all the time about how I feel. But seriously though, I thank you, Mom, for everything you have done for me. I always have my back, no matter what. Right or wrong, you have had my back, no matter what. All my back.
All my back.
Yeah, I did the best of my life. Yeah. But she already had my back, no matter what. She told me about myself too, but I never felt like I was alone.
Yeah.
In this work. No matter how what we've been through in life, whatever. I know for sure that she's always be there. Ma, thank you for. Man, hold up, crap, man.
It's all right, bro. That's
bro. I'm not crying for real. But listen though.
That's the thing, man.
The fact
you
that
messed up the moment, man.
But Mom,
I
love you, Mom. I swear I do. You know I love you. I tell you all the time. And thank you for being the woman that you are, teaching us things. Us being God-fearing men, great men. Besides, you know. But I thank you, Mom. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. And wrap us up, Marcus.
The best way I can say it is, don't take my silence as a reflection of my emotions for you.
Woo.
What I mean by that is, she knows, just like both of you know, sometimes I don't respond to you all or answer the phone or this and that. But that's just because I deal with things how I deal with things. Now, we just spoke about how, when you were a child, how you were brought up and how you were raised, and you being our mom, you did the best you could with how you were raised. I'm doing the best I can with how I was raised. As they said, you've always been there for us. Right or wrong, we all have our flaws. I hope you forgive me for anything that I have, for any disrespect that I had towards you, being smart, growing up. So I ask you for your forgiveness, and I also forgive you for any negative thoughts, feelings, or anything that I've had towards you. Because as I said, we're all doing the best we can. You've always taken care of everyone. I'm glad that you're in a position now that you don't have to work, that you have someone who's able to provide for you like you provided for everyone else.
Amen.
Regardless of whatever else, that goes on, because in all of our relationships, there are good and bad. And as your other two sons said, I love you. Hopefully next year, the year after that, 30 years from now, we can continue to say, with you here on this earth and us as well, that we love you and have another happy Mother's Day. I know your mother's not here, but we are proud of you for doing the best that you could. We can't ask for anything more. Amen. Even though personally, it may come off as selfish, and I feel like I wanted more, desired more, needed more, but we do the best we can. And I keep telling myself that I do the best I can. And once again, I just ask for your forgiveness. And we love you, and we hope you enjoy your day, your weeks, your years. and we love you.
Hey, that was great, man. For real, seriously.
No doubt,
But can,
no doubt.
But can I speak on it? I mean, on something one more time. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to thank you for everything you done for me. Like we really went without. Like we had everything we needed, as far as like cars at a young age, clothes, the best of clothes, shoes, the nurturing, the love, the things you gave us that we couldn't. I mean, not materialistic things all the time, but like you gave us things that like we can grow and use with our lives right now. I remember times that other kids in the neighborhood didn't have certain things. You know, like Nintendo, the Super Soaker water guns. We had the first, the best of everything.
Yeah.
Mama made sure that no matter what, she went without, we made sure we had.
Yeah.
And like
Okay.
I didn't think about, I'm not a materialistic guy, but I make sure my kids they kind of taught me something like
Yeah.
that's my love language. I show love through materialistic things sometimes, you know, versus hugs and kisses. All the time. But I thank you, Mom, for everything you done for us. I promise you, like it's nothing that to this day I can ask you for right now. You still want to do for us. I love you to death for that. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. You could have made two other kids that look better than, but you just stuck with one. You got one good looking child. So.
Have you ever thought that she tried again? Because the first time you didn't think about that, did you?
Yeah, because you got two daughters.
So what?
When you say she
got
got
two
daughters,
He didn't want no girls. Edit it out, bro. Edit that part out, dude.
No, leave it in.
but I truly, really, y'all, from the bottom of my heart, I'm just really happy right now that we may be distant, but I got both of y'all in the room, man. It's been long overdue, so we, gotten together. And I'm just really blessed and honored right now to have my brothers and my older brothers here sharing this platform with me to the world. Thank you for being the men that you are, the men that you have become. I look up to you guys. I aspire to be like y'all in many ways that you don't even know, because I've never expressed that. But again, thank you just for who you guys are and for being my brothers.
Appreciate it.
So with that said, this comes to the end of the show, everybody. So as we continue to do the work on ourselves, again, not necessarily always focusing on what the other person is not doing in the relationship. When we unpack our backpacks to figure out what are the influences, how we were raised, how we were reared, what we were exposed to, our hurts, our pains, our fears, our joys, all of these things that encompass of who we are as a person. Once we start to do that digging to really unpack how we are the way that we are now and how we show up in relationships, we can then better have a understanding of how we engage in relationships. So as we've talked about on the show today, from the standpoint of mothers, this special edition of the Dr. Eric K. Coleman Show, continue to do that work on yourselves. That way we can better show up in our families, we can better show up in our community and society, in this nation, in this world, and we can take this thing globally. So until next time, continue to think differently about relationships.